Hey photo, so I wanted to show you guys how to edit your photos for rules of comp if you would like to make them black and white, okay? So here I am in my camera roll, and what this picture that I have here, this is my husband's grandparents who live in Mexico, and unfortunately his grandma died about a month ago. And when I was putting together our ofrenda last month, I wanted to frame this picture. Now, if we look at it, there's a lot going on, right? And I really wanted the focus to be on Grandma. And overall, the picture has lots of greens and blues in it. But I wanted to make it black and white because, again, it kind of just, it unifies the piece, and then it de-emphasizes the color so that like other things aren't attracting my attention, that all the attention will be on the subjects, the focal point, and in this case, it's Grandma and Grandpa, okay? So I open this picture in the camera roll, and I'm gonna go to the upper right-hand corner where it says Edit, okay? Now I want to show you a couple things. On the left, I can hit the little color, the two Venn diagram circles overlapping each other. And you're going to be able to see that there's some presets that you could actually go through. Okay. And so, one might be preferable. Okay. Or I could go back, and I just wanted to show you that there is lots of different settings here that you can change. So exposure is brightness or darkness of the image. Okay. We also have brilliance, which is pretty kind of similar. We have highlights, which will only increase the brightness of the highlights or decrease the darkness of the highlights. We have the shadows, which again will either lighten all the shadows or darken just the shadows. We have contrast, which is you're trying to create more difference between light and dark. We have overall brightness and darkness. We have black point. Again, they're very similar, so I'm not going to go through all of this right now, but we also have the saturation of colors. And so that's what's really cool. So after you pick a preset, I wanted to show you the saturation because you can still play around with, certain color. After you've made it black and white, you can still play with the saturation. And you can see that can make a huge difference. You can see the pattern in her apron is kind of popping a little bit more. So I definitely wanted to increase the saturation here. You can still do that with the vibrance too. So even though it's black and white, you can see that I can create more contrast between the background. And then, if it was in color, you could play around with warmth. You can play around with tint, sharpness, of the focus of it. And there's all these other different kinds of settings. So this is all in here. A lot of people don't know that. I really like how I adjusted this. This is perfect. You can also go into crop. And you can actually crop the image as well if maybe you have, excess, photo that you don't want to have include. And in the upper right-hand corner, you can hit this, and maybe you have a very specific frame size, so you could actually select, the ratio that you want for the frame that you have. So that's there, and you can also rotate it and flip it under crop as well. So those are all those options. So I like how this is, and then I'm going to hit done, and then we can see that is now in the camera roll as is, black and white, and now it's ready to be uploaded to Canvas.